Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. OK, let's dive deep into the question of whether you're too slow to benefit from carbon-plated running shoes. We'll break down the science, the marketing hype, the practical considerations, and even explore some basic ways to track your running data and potentially model whether these shoes might be a worthwhile investment for you. The carbon fiber plate shoe phenomenon, a brief history and core technology. The explosion of carbon-plated running shoes in the late 2010s fundamentally changed the landscape of competitive running. It all started with Nike's Vaporfly series, and soon, other brands followed suit. Let's understand why these shoes are so disruptive. The original goal, efficiency and speed. The initial concept was to improve running economy, meaning, making runners use less energy at a given pace. This translates to running faster with the same amount of effort, or running the same pace while feeling less fatigued. Key ingredients, carbon plate and PEBA foam. The magic lies in two primary components. Carbon fiber plate. A rigid, curved carbon fiber plate embedded within the midsole. This plate acts as a lever, stiffening the forefoot and resisting bending. PEBA, polyether block amide, foam. A lightweight, highly resilient foam material used in the midsole, often marketed under brand names like Zoom X, Fuel Cell, Hyperburst, etc. PEBA foams offer exceptional energy return. Unlike traditional EVA foams, they compress and rebound with greater efficiency. How it works, simplified biomechanics. 1. Stiffening the forefoot. The carbon plate stiffens the forefoot, reducing energy loss during toe-off. In essence, it turns the foot into a more efficient lever. 2. Increased energy return. The PEBA foam compresses upon impact and rapidly rebounds, returning a significant portion of the energy back to the runner. This spring effect reduces the amount of work the runner has to do. 3. Alter joint angles. The combination of the plate and foam can slightly alter ankle, knee, and hip angles during the gait cycle. This can, in some cases, improve running economy by optimizing muscle activation. However, this alteration isn't universally beneficial, more on this later. 2. The controversial science, who benefits, and by how much. The initial research, heavily focused on elite runners. Early studies focused on elite and sub-elite runners using the Nike Vaporfly. These studies showed improvements in running economy ranging from 3 to 6%. This is a huge margin in competitive running, potentially translating to significant improvements in race times. Important nuances of the research. Elite runners are different. It's crucial to remember that elite runners have highly refined running mechanics, high levels of conditioning, and years of training. What works for them may not translate directly to recreational runners. Variability in response. Not everyone responds to carbon-plated shoes the same way. Some runners see significant improvements, while others experience little to no benefit. Factors like running form, biomechanics, leg strength, and adaptation time play a role. The plate is only part of the equation. The PEBA foam is arguably just as important. A stiff plate without a highly responsive foam might not yield the same benefits. Energy savings versus speed. Remember, the shoe improves running economy. Speed improvement is a result of being more efficient, but also dependent on the runner's fitness and training. Emerging research on recreational runners. More recent studies have started to examine the effects of carbon-plated shoes on recreational runners. Here's what we're learning. Benefits are still possible, but smaller recreational runners can still experience improvements in running economy, but the magnitude is often less than that observed in elite runners. Think in the 1 to 3% range. Form and strength matter more. Good running form and adequate leg strength become even more critical for recreational runners to effectively utilize the shoes. If you have significant gait deviations or weaknesses, the shoes may amplify these issues. Adaptation is key. It takes time for the body to adapt to the altered biomechanics of carbon-plated shoes. Gradual introduction and consistent use are important. Injury risk. Carbon-plated shoes can alter stress on joints and muscles. Overuse without proper adaptation can increase the risk of certain injuries, such as calf strains, Achilles tendinitis, and plantar fasciitis. 3. The too slow question, reframing the debate. The question of whether you're too slow is a misnomer. It's not about pace alone, but about 1. Your goals. What are you trying to achieve? 2. Your running form and biomechanics. Are you running efficiently? 3. Your leg strength and conditioning. Do you have the strength to handle the shoes? 4. Your budget. Are you willing to pay the premium price? 5. Your injury risk tolerance. Are you willing to accept the potential risk of injury? Let's reframe the question. Instead of asking, am I too slow, consider these questions. Will carbon-plated shoes help me achieve my goals? If your goal is to PR in a race, break a time barrier, or simply run more comfortably, the shoes might offer some benefit. However, if your goal is just general fitness or casual running, the cost and risk may not be worth it. Do I have a stable and efficient running form? If you overpronate, have a significant heel strike, or have other gait deviations, addressing these issues first is more important than buying carbon-plated shoes. Consulting with a running coach or physical therapist can be invaluable. Do I have adequate leg strength and flexibility? Strong calves, hamstrings, and glutes are essential for handling the increased stress from carbon-plated shoes. Incorporate strength training into your routine. Am I willing to invest in proper adaptation and injury prevention? Don't immediately jump into long runs in carbon-plated shoes. Gradually increase your mileage and monitor your body for any signs of discomfort. Is the cost justified by the potential benefit for me? Carbon-plated shoes are expensive. Consider whether the potential performance gains are worth the investment, given your individual circumstances and goals. 4. Key considerations for all runners, regardless of pace. Running form analysis. Get a professional gait analysis. This will identify any biomechanical issues that could be exacerbated by carbon-plated shoes. Correcting form issues will often provide a greater performance boost than shoes alone. Strength training. Strengthen your lower body, focusing on calf raises, hamstring curls, glute bridges, and core exercises. Stronger muscles are more resilient to injury and can better utilize the energy return of the shoes. Gradual adaptation. Don't immediately switch to carbon-plated shoes for all your runs. Start with short runs and gradually increase the distance and frequency. Listen to your body. Pay attention to any aches or pains. If you experience discomfort, reduce your mileage or switch back to your regular shoes. Don't believe the hype. Carbon-plated shoes are not a magic bullet. They're a tool that may provide a performance advantage, but they're not a substitute for consistent training, good form, and proper recovery. Tracking your running data, a basic, and imperfect, attempt at self-assessment. While it's difficult to definitively determine whether carbon-plated shoes are worth it without lab testing, you can track your running data to look for potential improvements. Tools. Asterisk GPS running watch or phone app, Strava, Garmin Connect, Runkeeper essential for tracking pace, distance, heart rate, and cadence. Asterisk spreadsheet, Google Sheets, Excel to organize and analyze your data. Asterisk metrics to track asterisk. Asterisk pace asterisk average pace for various distances and types of runs, easy runs, tempo runs, interval workouts, races. Asterisk heart rate asterisk average heart rate for various paces. Lower heart rate at the same pace suggests improved efficiency. Asterisk cadence asterisk steps per minute. Generally, a higher cadence, around 170 to 180 SPM, is associated with better running economy. Asterisk vertical oscillation asterisk the amount your body moves up and down with each stride. Lower vertical oscillation is generally more efficient. Available on some GPS watches. Asterisk ground contact time asterisk the amount of time your foot is in contact with the ground. Shorter ground contact time is generally more efficient. Available on some GPS watches. Asterisk perceived exertion, RPE a subjective measure of how hard you feel you're working, example using the Borg scale. Asterisk experimentation, carefully. 1. Establish a baseline asterisk run in your current shoes for several weeks, tracking the metrics above. Aim for consistent training conditions, same routes, similar weather, etc. 2. Switch to carbon-plated shoes asterisk introduce the carbon-plated shoes gradually, starting with short runs and gradually increasing the distance and frequency. 3. Track and compare asterisk continue tracking the same metrics while running in the carbon-plated shoes. Compare your performance to the baseline data. 4. Consider other variables asterisk be aware that factors like fatigue, weather, and changes in training can also affect your performance. 5. Acknowledge imperfections asterisk this is not a controlled scientific experiment. It's simply a way to gather some data and make a more informed decision. Asterisk example code snippet, Python with pandas, for data analysis. Explanation of the code asterisk. 1. Import pandas asterisk imports the pandas library for data manipulation. 2. Create a data frame asterisk creates a pandas data frame to store your running data. Important asterisk replace the sample data with your actual data. Add more columns as needed, example cadence, vertical oscillation, RPE. 3. Calculate pace asterisk calculates pace in minutes per kilometer. 4. Separate data asterisk creates separate data frames for runs in regular shoes and carbon shoes. 5. Calculate averages asterisk calculates the average pace and average heart rate for each shoe type. 6. Calculate percentage change asterisk calculates the percentage change in pace and heart rate between the two shoe types. A negative percentage change in pace indicates that you're running faster. A negative percentage change in heart rate indicates that you're running with less effort. 7. Inference asterisk makes an educated guess about whether the carbon shoes were beneficial. Important notes about the code asterisk. Asterisk this is a very simplified example. It doesn't account for all the variables that can influence running performance. Asterisk statistical significance asterisk to draw statistically significant conclusions, you would need a much larger dataset and use statistical tests, example t-tests. Asterisk data cleaning asterisk you may need to clean your data before analysis, example remove outliers, handle missing values. Asterisk visualization asterisk consider creating graphs to visualize your data. Pandas integrates well with Matplotlib and Seaborn for plotting. 6. Alternatives to carbon-plated shoes. Asterisk focus on training asterisk consistent training, including a mix of easy runs, tempo runs, interval workouts, and long runs, will always be the most effective way to improve your running performance. Improve your running form. Work with the running coach to identify and correct any biomechanical issues. Strength training. Incorporate regular strength training into your routine to build stronger muscles and reduce your risk of injury. Lightweight racing flats. If you're looking for a shoe that's lighter and more responsive than your regular trainers, consider lightweight racing flats. These shoes typically have a lower profile and less cushioning than carbon-plated shoes, but they can still provide a performance boost. There are many fantastic non-carbon options. Super Trainers. These shoes are designed with similar foams as carbon-plated shoes but often without a plate or with a less rigid plate. They can offer a nice blend of comfort and responsiveness. 7. Conclusion. There's no simple yes or no answer to the question of whether you're too slow for carbon-plated shoes. It's a nuanced issue that depends on your individual goals, biomechanics, strength, and budget. Focus on improving your overall running fitness, addressing any form issues, and then, if you're still interested, experiment with carbon-plated shoes while carefully monitoring your body. Remember, they're not a magic bullet, and a smart, well-rounded approach to training will always be the most effective way to improve your running performance. The data you collect, though imperfect, may provide valuable insight. Good luck.